brand new game in town. It's the $4.1 million Foxwoods Poker Classic, tonight on the World Poker Tour.
The World Poker Tour is a series of 17 international poker tournaments featuring the biggest games, the greatest players, and the largest payouts on the planet. At Foxwoods, 6 players, over $4 million. In New England, the hills are alive with the sound of money tonight on the World Poker Tour.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the World Poker Tour. I'm Mike Sexton along with Vince Van Patten, and we are coming to you from the beautiful woods of New England for the final table of the Foxwoods Poker Classic.
That is right, Mike. We are in the woods, but we're not camping. No, we don't need no stinking tent here because we are at Foxwoods, the biggest casino in the world, and it just got a lot bigger because now they have added a brand new $10,000 event here on the World Poker Tour.
And 431 players were gunning for that prize pool of well over $4 million with a first prize of over $1.3 million. And of course, the icing on that money cake is a WPT title and a coveted $25,000 entry into the biggest game of them all, the season-ending multi-million-dollar WPT World Championship.
Oh, it is great. Big game, big money, and big talent here today. And you're going to see it all right here on the World Poker Tour. And you got the best seat in the house.
Well, the only seats we're interested in right now are the ones around that green felt, because one of those guys is going to become a poker millionaire tonight.
Okay, let's meet the players. In 6th chip position, the short stack tonight is Bruce Cater. He's a family practitioner, got in this tournament through a satellite, and Bruce has got $564,000 in chips. All right, moving over to 5th chip position is John Russell. Now, John owns a used car lot with his dad, and tonight he's going to try to sell a few clunker hands to the rest of these guys this evening, believe me.
Starting out in 4th chip position is 21-year-old Alex Jacob. Alex is a senior at Yale University, and tonight he's looking to add a whole new meaning to acing a final exam. In 3rd chip position is retired businessman Larry Klur. Larry is 68 years young. He's also a newlywed. He just took poker up only 4 years ago. It just shows you, Vince, it's never too late to start playing poker or to get married.
And in this corner from the Bronx, New York, is 37-year-old Victor Ramden. Victor has the most tournament experience of anyone at this table, and he definitely will be the one to beat here tonight.
And our chip leader with just under $2.9 million in chips is Ed Jordan. Ed is a retired CFO, and if he wins here tonight, Vince, he'll have to come out of retirement to manage that $1.3 million first prize. This is going to be exciting tonight.
Oh, this is going to be great. 6 potential heroes sitting at the table. Who's going to be able to quit their day jobs? We will find out. Let's go down to the felt.
We started 4 days ago. We are down to our final 6, one of whom is going to become poker's next millionaire.
Well, it's a huge prize pool of over $4 million. Antes will be $3,000. Blinds are going to be 15 and 30 at the start.
Well, action starting out on John Russell. Looks down at the 8 deuce offsuit.
Elects to fold.
Ed Jordan folds his ace-3.
And now the most experienced player at the table, Victor Ramden, with just 10-4 offsuit.
Well, he's got the highway patrol hand. He's going to raise with it, Vince. Comes in for $90,000.
Has some guts.
Larry Klur on the button.
He's got a big one. He's got big slick. Ace-king.
Here he is at a final table in the World Poker Tour for the first time. Hand number 1, he picks up ace-king. It's been raised in front of him. What do you do now?
He's sporting the Yul Brynner look tonight. Victor staring him down, saying, whoa, did I move a little too fast?
300,000.
Makes it 300,000 to go.
He's come over the top.
Into Bruce Cater. Looks down at San Francisco. 49er has to go out.
Over to the 21-year-old Alex Jacob. He lays his hand down.
And back into Victor's face.
He was trying to pick off this pot. He got caught here stealing on hand number 1.
And he goes out. So the first pot going to 68-year-old Larry Klur, the newlywed, former owner of the cosmetic company. What kind of poker perfume does he have on today?
I enjoy golf, but not going to beat the guys who are 5 and 8 shots better than I am. I'm more competitive in poker because there I have an opportunity to knock people out and win a tournament.
So Larry Klur off to a fast start here at Foxwoods. We are thrilled to be here, associated with the most successful casino in the world.
All right, back down to the table. Victor Ramden staring down at king 6.
Well, he got caught trying to steal pot number 1. He's not going to try it this time.
Larry Klur with Woolworths 5 and 10.
Lays his hand down. Now it's over to Bruce Cater.
Raise.
He has ace 9 of clubs, and he says raise. He is our short stack at this point.
Deciding how much to bet here. He's like a Gordon Liddy lookalike, isn't he, Vince?
Well,
150.
Well, nice bet here, 150,000.
around to Alex Jacob with Jack 8. Goes out.
And we're around to John Russell, the used car salesman. He looks down at Queen 7 offsuit and folds.
Call.
Ed Jordan, he's got ace, queen, and just calls it.
Now, Vince, I'm a little surprised at this. He's the chip leader with nearly 2.9 million in chips. His opponent only has 350,000 left. You think he'd just go ahead and set him all in right here? Well, the flop comes 6, deuce, deuce.
Helping neither player. First on EBJ, he checks it quickly.
I'm all in.
Wow, look at this move. Bruce going all in.
Well, he's going to be in dire straits if Ed happens to make this call. But Ed is going to lay it down, takes a conservative route. So power poker right there by Bruce Cater wins this pot for him.
Yeah, the family practitioner taking that pot. Nicely done. And by the way, if you look at seat number 6, that's Larry Klur. Now, if he was a criminal and he wound up going to the witness protection program, well, he would turn into Bruce Cater. That's what you would look like.
Well, from the overhead camera, they look like bookends, that's for sure. But, Vince, you know, you have to question Ed Jordan on that play. He's the big chip leader here. It's only another 350,000 to call him. Even if he plays and loses this pot, he still got 2.4 million in chips. I mean, you don't mind playing that hand against the short stack at the table, I don't think, for all your chips. But, you know, he's here for the first time, taking the conservative route. It cost him that.
Don't go away. You're watching the Foxwoods Poker Classic, where one player will outfox the rest and walk away $1.3 million richer.
This is my 9th tournament and my 5th WPT. It's like a lottery ticket with a little bit of edge. You can win $1 million. You can change your life.
It's a blown glass ball that I picked up a while back. You can spin it, and it just gives you something to do when you're not playing the hands to keep you focused.
A friend of mine gave me this. It's supposed to bring good luck, and I have used it throughout the tournament, and so far, so good.
Welcome back to the Foxwoods Poker Classic. I'm Vince Van Patten alongside Mike Sexton. 431 players started. A lot of the big names, they were all here, but they busted out. We are down to these 6.
Well, action starting out on John Russell.
He's got Dolly Parton 9-5, goes out.
Over to Ed Jordan. He lays his hand down.
And Victor Ramden from the Bronx with just Jack 7 is going to bully in here. He's going to make a raise to 110,000. Larry quickly folding, and now around to Bruce. Well, he's got a wide pair of 5s.
And he's capping his cards. Now, he knows Victor's an aggressive player. What does he want to do with this small pair here?
Call.
He's going to make the call with the 2 5s.
And now the Yale kid, Alex Jacob, looking down at king 6 of hearts in the big blind, already invested.
But he's going to lay it down. So here we go, a pot between Bruce and Victor. Bruce with the 2 5s, Victor with the Jack 7. Here comes the flop. Flop is ace 4 deuce all diamonds. A very scary flop, though, for both players, since neither have a diamond in their hand.
Well, action's going to be on Bruce first. He knows that Victor raised before the flop. He's thinking, does this guy have an ace? Does he have a diamond? What do I do?
Notice Victor is watching him intently. See if he can pick up any signs that indicate the strength of Bruce's hand here. And generally, Bruce trying to act like he's got something strong. You know he wants to take that free card off to try to make the gut shot straight.
The family practitioner getting out the stethoscope here.
Well, now he's looking back at his hand to see if one of the 2 5s is the 5 of diamonds.
150,000.
And he's going to check in just like that. The Bronx bully here, pummeling it in, 150,000 into him with absolutely nothing.
Well, he didn't buy into the stall tactics by Bruce Cater there by any means.
He is taking his time here.
Well, he is going to lay it down. We know as poker players, when you steal a pot and earn it, as we say, it feels so much better than when you win with the best hands.
Oh, yes, it does. And look at this, the smile of a thief.
Yeah.
Victor Ramden, good form there.
I'm Victor Ramden from the Bronx, New York. Like 6 different guys told me, Victor, you need to sit back and play a different game. You're the final table. I'm not going to change the way I sit or what I wear or what I not wear. You have to be yourself.
Folks, you can just see this game is about betting. Guys that are doing the betting, they're faring the best so far tonight. The Foxwoods Poker Classic, a new event on the World Poker Tour. We are thrilled to be back at Foxwoods because they love their poker up here in New England. Well, action's going to be on Ed Jordan here. Ed's the retired CFO. Going to lay this hand down.
And now Victor Ramden playing aggressively, ace queen, and he's going to move it up to 120,000.
Well, this time he's got a legit hand to raise with.
Now Larry Clare, 68-year-old newlywed, has 7-5. He goes out.
Now it's around to Bruce Cater. He looks down at ace-10 of hearts.
Oh yeah, pretty big hand on the button.
Well, Vince, he knows Victor is an extremely aggressive player.
All in.
Oh, he's going all in.
He's pulled the trigger here for all his chips.
Potentially a bad time. Alex Jacob now with ace-3 goes out. And now John Russell with just jack-4 goes away.
Now it's around to Victor Ramden.
Taking one.
He's going to decide whether it's worth it to make the rest of this call.
Well, he said, take in the 120 and tell me how much more it's going to cost me. Victor started this hand with about 1.9 million in chips. His opponent had a little over 500,000.
400,000. 412.
Well, it's going to be another 412,000 for Victor to make this call. But when you're sitting down there, you're afraid your opponent has an ace-king or a bigger hand, perhaps.
And Bruce Cater has to sweat this out.
But as the cards lie, Bruce Cater in dire straits here if Victor makes this call.
Look at Victor looking up, not knowing quite what to do.
Well, as I said, this is not that easy of a call to make when you're sitting down at that table. You know this guy's a pretty conservative player. He's going to have a hand.
I call.
Oh, boy, the Bronx Bully's going to do it, though. What a good call.
He is going to love this. As the cards lie, Victor about a 70% favorite to win this pot. Well, Bruce Cater is going to have to get lucky now to stay alive in this tournament. Otherwise, he's going to be our 6th-place finisher.
Well, Bruce needs the old suck out. Here come the first 3.
Well, the flop comes king 5-3. 1 heart on the board.
It's a jack on the turn.
Well, now that means that Bruce is no longer looking for a 10 because that would get Victor an ace-high straight. He now has to have a queen to win this pot. So if he catches a queen, he will make the nuts, the ace-high straight. That's what it's going to take for him to stay alive in this tournament.
Here comes the river card.
Well, it's a jack. So Bruce Cater, the family practitioner, is going to go out in 6th place. And Vince, I believe he moved all in there, not because he was a short stack, but because the guy he was up against was extremely aggressive and has been from table to table to table in this tournament. Bruce knew that. Unfortunately for him, this time, Victor had a hand.
Well, our family practitioner, Bruce Cater, has to say goodbye, but what a thrill it had to be for him. You know, Mike, it's got to be tough to go back to telling people to turn their heads and cough after this, right? He's